Wait, before you scroll past, I need you to hear this. There are rumors going around about the Pitt season 3 that are honestly breaking my brain, and one of them involves Noah Wyle, and it is not what any of us were expecting. I've been deep in the rabbit hole for the past few days, piecing together everything that has leaked, everything the showrunners have hinted at, and everything the cast has quietly let slip in interviews. And let me tell you, season 3 is shaping up to be something completely different from what we've seen before. Different in the best way possible, but also in ways that are going to hurt. So stay with me, because we are about to get into all of it. Let's start with the question that everyone is asking right now. Is Noah Wyle actually leaving the Pit? Because if you've been on social media lately, you've probably seen the speculation flying around, and I completely understand why people are worried. After everything Robbie went through in season 2, after that reckless bike trip, after Dana, Abbott, and Langdon all sitting him down and basically telling him he is not okay, it genuinely felt like the show was building towards something dramatic for his character. And now with the confirmed 4-month time jump heading into season 3, Robbie is going to be on sabbatical at the start of the season. He won't be in the ER. He won't be leading the team. And for a show that is literally built around this man and his presence in that trauma bay, that is a massive shift. So yes, I understand why people are panicking, but here's what I actually think is happening. I don't think Noah Wyle is leaving the show permanently. What I think the writers are doing is something far more interesting and honestly much more painful to watch. They are stripping Robbie of the one thing that has always defined him, which is medicine, and they are forcing him to figure out who he even is without it. Because let's be real, Robbie has used work as a shield for his entire life. Every time things got hard, he buried himself deeper into the job. And season 2 showed us what happens when that shield finally cracks. So putting him on sabbatical isn't the show writing him out. It's the show finally making him face himself. And that is going to be uncomfortable and messy and so incredibly compelling to watch. Now let's talk about something that the leaks have been hinting at pretty strongly, and that is the tone of season 3. If you remember, season 1 was set during a brutal summer shift, and season 2 kept that same sweaty, chaotic energy. But season 3 is moving into November, into a cold Pittsburgh winter, and that change of season is not just a production detail. It is a storytelling choice. Winter in a trauma center means black ice accidents, boiler explosions, hypothermia cases, and on top of all of that, the emotional weight of the holiday season pressing down on every single person in that building. Patients who don't want to be there, staff who are exhausted and underpaid and stretched so thin they are practically see-through, in a hospital system that is actively failing the people inside it. The showrunners have already confirmed that season 3 will dig into Medicare cuts and staffing shortages in a way that the previous seasons only touched on. And I think that is going to hit differently this time around, because after 2 seasons of loving these characters, watching the system grind them down is going to feel personal. And speaking of things that feel personal, can we talk about Hashimi for a second? Because her story is one of the things I am most invested in heading into season 3. What Robbie did to her, threatening her after she trusted him with something so deeply vulnerable, that is not something you just get over. The actor herself has talked about how that betrayal cut deep, and I believe it. Hashimi opened herself up, took a real risk, and instead of being met with understanding, she was met with pressure and ultimatums. So going into season 3, I fully expect her to come in with her walls completely rebuilt and maybe even higher than before. She is going to work twice as hard, push herself past her limits, and try to prove to everyone, but especially to Robbie, that her condition does not define her ability to be a great doctor. And honestly, watching that unfold while Robbie is also trying to heal and be better is going to create this incredibly tense dynamic between them. Because how do you repair a relationship where trust was broken that badly? I don't think you do it quickly, and I think the writers know that. Now, the leak that genuinely surprised me the most is around Dr. Parker Ellis. She is being promoted to a series regular for season 3, and that is huge. If you've been paying attention to her character, you already know she has been one of the most quietly compelling people in that ER. She doesn't scream for your attention. She earns it slowly, and then suddenly you realize you care about her enormously. Giving her more screen time is one of the smartest decisions this show could make right now, especially with Mohan stepping back. And yes, I know, Mohan not being there is going to hurt. She has been one of the most emotionally rich characters on the show, and the way Robbie treated her, snapping at her right after a panic attack, was genuinely hard to watch. But according to the showrunner, she is not gone. She is just off the shift we are going to see, which means somewhere in that hospital, Mohan is still showing up and doing the work. And maybe that is enough for now, even if it doesn't feel like it. There are so many other threads I need answers to in season 3. Jesse being taken by ICE is a storyline that I genuinely cannot stop thinking about. That arc was so powerful and so timely, and they cannot just leave it unresolved. Bring him back, please. And Javadi, after everything she witnessed and processed this season, could she actually move towards psychiatry? I think she could, and I think it would suit her beautifully. Then there's Santos, who deserves a real relationship so badly it physically pains me. She picked out a red top for fireworks and ended up at karaoke instead. Let the woman catch a break. And Langdon and Mel, whatever is growing between them, whether it is friendship or something more, I want to see it explored properly because those two together are just something special. Season 3 of The Pitt is shaping up to be the most emotionally heavy and narratively ambitious season yet. The winter setting, Robbie's absence from the ER, Hashimi's rebuilt walls, Parker Ellis stepping up, and a healthcare system being shown for exactly how broken it is, all of it together feels like the writers are done warming us up. This is the season where everything gets real. So no, I don't think Noah Wyle is leaving, but I do think the version of Robbie we are going to meet when he finally walks back into that trauma bay is going to be someone none of us have seen before. And honestly, I cannot wait.